All right, good afternoon. It's Labor Day 2015. I'm getting ready to smoke some salmon, and this is a 4.5 pound piece of Scottish sashimi grade salmon that I got from my buddy Chef Reto Biaggi. If you don't use Chef Reto, you should. I usually brine it in a mixture of brown sugar, salt, and a little curry powder that I boiled and cooled, but this time I'm going to try straight kosher salt. The first thing, and most importantly, is you have to have on your smoking shirt. So this is my favorite smoking shirt. The food always turns out better. Kosher salt, and all I'm going to do, the salmon was shipped in this handy plastic container. So all I'm going to do is sprinkle a very healthy amount of the kosher salt all over the salmon, not the skin side, just the flesh side. There is skin on the bottom of this one. And that should just be enough to cover it all with a healthy coating. So I'm going to cover it up. I'll put it in the fridge for approximately 20 minutes while I get my Traeger smoker fired up, and then we'll be back to show you what happens next. All right, step 2 for the smoked salmon. As you can see, I brined it for 20 minutes in the refrigerator with the salt. I've already rinsed it. You don't need to watch me rinse the salt off. Dried the salmon, and then I let it air dry for about 20 to 30 minutes to come to room temperature, and you can see that that top is darker orange and a little bit tighter from the salt. So the next step is very easy. I'm just going to add brown sugar and some cracked black pepper before putting it on the smoker. A lot of brown sugar. I just dump it onto the salmon and then use my hand to spread it. I want a thin coating, or a thick coating, completely over the entire salmon. And you'll see in the bottom of the pan I've lined it with parchment paper, and I'll show you why when I put it on the Traeger smoker. So that's as easy as that. Cracked black pepper, and as that brown sugar melts when it's in the smoker, the black pepper will get on the salmon, and we'll be ready to go. Step 3 is on the smoker, and we'll be right back. All right, I've got the Traeger smoker fired up. This is a pellet-fed smoker. What I love about it is I can turn it on, and in 5 minutes I'm ready to go. It is about 200 degrees. I have it set on 180, but the sun is heating up the smoker. The reason I use the parchment papers I mentioned before, there's 2 reasons really. And the first is it makes it so easy to get the fish onto the smoker. If any of the brown sugar falls over, just readjust that, give it a little bit of turn, shut it down, and we'll be back in about a half hour to check and to see how it's doing. It's been just about a half hour. Let's take a look and see what we have. Nice, you can see the brown sugar. Most of it has melted, and it gets caught up just on the outside of the parchment paper, which will be easy to take it off when we're done. I'll probably have it on about an hour and 15 minutes total, and so we'll just come back and check it again. All right, it's been just over an hour, and as you can see, the fish is really starting to firm up. I don't take the temperature or anything. I can see that it's done. Some of that brown sugar is still bubbling. So then all I do is take the parchment, slide that right off on a large baking sheet, close this up, and then we'll take it inside, let it cool, and then we'll try it. This is Chef Reto that I mentioned earlier, my good friend, chef, and you have to try Reto's cuisine here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Okay, Chef Reto, why don't you cut it up and we'll taste it.
Since the skin is on, it's probably better to approach it as a, and leaving the skin on from the get-go, okay? Because that is going to be your easiest separation between, it'll be easier since we have sugar,
Yeah.
that line that cracks between the skin. So, you want to have more or less half of it.
Yeah.
So, bon. Since you did all the work, you need to get the prettier half. So, half would be, well, splitting it about this way. Raise that up, and then you can just slide under. Okay, so this is going to go in a plastic tub. Okay. Look at that, it's firm, it's not flaking off anything. Okay, so here we go with the big one. Well, you use the edge of the pan. No? Back edge of the pan to lift, to be.
Taste it.
And then you haven't even touched it yet. I need a fork or something. Oh, thank you. Right from the center. You know, the best will be the belly and the back. The back meat's gonna be like super juicy.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's because it's got lots of fat.
I only smoke it for about an hour and 5 minutes. It was running about 225 degrees.
I like the saltiness on it.